Welcome to a beautiful day here in Hillsboro, Kansas, as we're getting ready to kick off the women's soccer match. The Tabor College women taking on the Bethany Swedes today. Bethany Swedes come in at 8-4-1. Overall, 3-4 in the conference. The Tabor College Blue Jays are at 6-6 overall, 5-2 in the conference. We're just going over the starting lineups now from the public address announcer, and we'll do that as well. So starting off with the visitors from Bethany College, 0, Destiny Wells, junior goalkeeper, San Diego, California. Number 3, Kestel Heinold, sophomore forward, Rancho Cucamonga, California. Number 4, Mackenzie Callison, junior midfielder, Rockford, Illinois. Number 5, Stacy Barron, freshman forward from Portage, Indiana. Number 16, Lauren Loughran, freshman defender, Phoenix, Arizona. Number 17, Brene Mitchell, freshman forward, Long Beach, California. Number 18, Kylie Young, a junior defender from Fort Worth, Texas. Number 24, Alyssa McBride, sophomore midfielder from Caparis Cove, Texas. Number 25, Carissa Zubro, junior forward from Denton, Texas. Number 32, Pearl Navarro, freshman defender from Glendale, California. And number 34, Marcel Manitre, freshman midfielder from Valparaiso, Indiana. So Bethany Swedes are coming from all over the country, and less Kansas on there. I actually don't see anybody from Kansas on there, which is not terribly unusual anymore in soccer, in the soccer world. For the Tabor College women, in the goal today, number 1, Ruby Ann Fines, senior goalkeeper from Nova Scotia. Number 5, Hannah Armand, junior midfielder from the Colony, Texas. Number 6, Allison Cubbin, freshman midfielder from Greeley, Colorado. Number 9, Allie Simpson, junior defender from Parowan, Utah. Number 10, Daniela Rojas, sophomore forward from Las Vegas, Nevada. Number 16, Carla Monroy, junior midfielder from Las Vegas, Nevada. Number 19, Kaylee Joseph, freshman defender from Mesquite, Texas. Number 21, Courtney Yoakum, senior midfielder from Valley Center, Kansas. Number 22, Araceli Wallace Carmona, senior from defender from Yucaipa, California. Number 25, Darian Garrison, junior midfielder from Norwich, Kansas. And rounding out the lineup, number 26, Alexis Oliveira, senior midfielder from Little Elm, Texas. Bethany Swedes are coached by Justin Olson in his second season. Assistant coach Melissa Kuhar, also in her second season. Tabor College women coached by Ian Thompson in his 5th season, assisted by Jordan Walters, and she is in her 1st season. So now the teams are out on the field, and we'll have the kickoff shortly. Tabor College off to a really good start this year in women's soccer, 4-0 at one point. Now they're at 5-2. Couple losses, one to, I believe, Oklahoma Wesleyan and Kansas Wesleyan. Just as with the Swedes, the Blue Jays are loaded with out-of-state players, a few from Kansas, but not a lot. And here's the kickoff. Simpson out on the wing. He tries to get it to Rojas, kicked away, now outside, and we'll reset and try it again. Now Simpson gets it, little triangle working there. Tabor working the triangle good, gets it to midfield, now to Garrison. Garrison lets it slip by. Bethany controls. Brings it to midfield. Controlled there by midfielder Mitchell. Mitchell gets it back to the back row now, and they'll start their attack from the back. Out here on the near side. Gets by the Tabor defender, but ball's kicked a little bit too hard out of bounds. It'll be a Tabor throw. Tabor switching fields now. Monroy gets it off to Joseph on the far side. Joseph looks up the line. Finds Cubbin. Now Cubbin off to Armand. Back to Cubbin. Picked off by Bethany. So a good idea, but Bethany able to get in front. Tabor throw. So we're coming off some crazy Kansas weather. Snow, about an inch and a half to 2 inches of snow on Sunday, and you couldn't tell it today by looking out over the field and over the countryside from where we're at here. Beautiful day, beautiful week ahead. Throw by Joseph, finds Cubbin. Cubbin now looking to get it to midfield, picked off now, and now Tabor's trying to work up that sideline again. Ball is knocked out of bounds, or kicked out of bounds by Tabor. Bethany throw. Tabor in the home white, Bethany in the dark uniforms. Tabor picks off a ball down in dangerous territory. Alexis Oliveras with the kick. Left foot just wide of the goal. Good opportunity, a super good chance. I mean, an awesome chance on goal there for Alexis, and just shot wide. And she'd like to have that one back, I'm sure. Goal kick by Bethany. Bethany able to control it now. Gets it out to the near side here. Looking up the line, now to the middle. Garrison comes up, knocks it away, but back to Bethany. Now Tabor controls. Rojas picks it in the middle, gets it to Armand in the middle of the field. Armand looked like she might be reversing fields, but comes back to this near side. Now Simpson has it, looks up the line for Rojas, and it'll roll out of bounds. Bethany throw. Tabor picks off the throw. Yoakum gets it to Armand in the middle. Armand loses it for a second. Long ball kicked out to the side. Monroe playing defense. Out on the side, it's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a corner, I believe, for Bethany. Corner kick's always a dangerous time for any team on defense, but seems like Tabor's been bit quite a bit on the corners lately. Couldn't quite tell what happened there, but the goalie comes up with the ball. Ruby covering the near post, and she'll have a goal kick. Flicked on by Tabor, by Armand. Now Bethany controls. Ball's kicked in, a header by Allie Simpson. Controlled by Bethany. Now a potential handball in the box. Not a handball, but a foul called in the box, so Tabor will set up a wall quickly. And the officials will make sure they're 10 yards back. He's moving them about 5 yards back from where they were trying to set up. Awesome scoring opportunity here by Bethany. Ball's kicked and high over the goal, which is kind of what you hope for if you're the goalie, especially if you're a 5'4" goalie. No offense. Goal kick by Tabor, gets it out to near midfield. Bethany under control right now. Bethany on the far side, kicks it up the line. Ball's kind of stuck over there, and Cubbin comes out with it. Races up the line. Now Bethany picks it off and reverses field. Good ball reversal by Bethany. Almost picked off there by Rojas. She just missed it. Now another ball reversal by Bethany, so really making Tabor work. Now the ball's kicked away. Controlled by Joseph for a second, but nobody was there. She kicked it up and nobody had control of it. Now the ball gets up to Bethany On the near side here, down in the corner, cross ball, picked off by Carmona. Now it's being headed away from the goal. Yoakum pokes it out. Another poke by Armand, and so Tabor out of trouble for right now. Ball knocked in towards the goal again, now out of bounds, and it's going to be a Tabor throw on this near side. Both teams having opportunities to score early, but were unable to convert. Now Armand controls in the midfield. Gets it out wide to Rojas. Now picked off by Bethany again, so both teams kind of controlling the ball for short times and then giving it back up to the other team. Long ball kicked up, Simpson's on it, kicks it back towards the middle. Garrison controls, kicks it back to Carmona. Wallace, and now cross field, switch fields to Monroe. Monroe unable to run it down. Bethany with an advantage here going on goal. Carmona, Wallace on defense. Bethany forward, number 34, it appears. Marcel Manitre kicks it right to the keeper, fortunately. Punt by Tabor, controlled by Bethany again. Now they're making some runs, they're making some attacks pretty regularly here, so Tabor's going to have to get a little bit more play out of their midfield. Simpson now kicks it out. It'll be a corner kick again for Bethany now from the near side. Bethany putting a lot of pressure on Tabor's defense here now in the last 5 minutes. Bethany setting up their corner kick. They start out on the end line and come out. Looked like there could have been a good opportunity for a header into the goal there. The ball just sailed just over the Bethany player's head, and so nobody was able to get a clean head on that ball, and they'll have another corner. Tabor knocking the ball out over the goal. This time from the far side, it'll be an in-swinger this time from a right-footed corner. Now Bethany set up a different play than what they were, and it goes right towards the near side, and it's knocked out of bounds again by Garrison this time, and Bethany will set their corner up again. Going back to their previous formation of having about 6 girls in the goal and moving out from the goal as the ball comes in. This time the ball's headed. Oh my goodness. Bethany had at least 2 shots to get the ball in the goal and were unable to do it. Hard to believe that didn't go in. Ball's kicked back in towards the goal again. It's going to sail over the top, and we'll have a goal kick finally. But Tabor College women are just escaped by the skin of their teeth on that last goal or corner opportunity, and Bethany shoulda, coulda, woulda scored on that. Tabor now bringing the ball back up to the middle on the sideline, trying to get it to the middle. Now Courtney Yoakum has it in the middle, looks out wide. Tabor's got too much space between their passes, and so they're getting the ball picked off regularly. Now Armand gets it up to the middle, loses it as she's looking for somewhere to pass. Tabor running their what appears to be a 4-4. Well, what it should be a 4-4-2 sometimes looks more like a 4-5-1. And they may be running a 4-5-1. Yoakum now to Armand. Now Armand looking for somewhere to go. Passes it back to Simpson. Simpson, nobody on her, brings the ball up. Going down the line to Rojas. Rojas now with 2 girls on her, nowhere to go. Ball's kicked out, throw by Tabor. Yoakum on the side. Keeps it in bounds. Kicks it back to Monroy. Monroy now switches fields to Joseph. Joseph on the far side looking up. Gets it out wide to Cubbin and intercepted by Bethany. So still too much space between passes. Bethany able to step in front. Spacing's good, but too much spacing can get you in trouble. Bethany now looks up field, tries to get the ball up to the forward line, gets picked off by Wallace Carmona, now picked off again, and now we got a 1-2 kick going between Armand and Yoakum, now back to Armand. Armand looks for Monroy. Monroy picks it clean, now gets it back to the Joseph. Joseph out wide to Cubbin, gets picked off again. Now Cubbin gets called for trip. Bethany free kick. Alexis Olivares now with the ball in the midfield. Nobody on her. Now a 1-2 punch in the middle. Armand looking long for Cubbin. 3 Bethany players there and 1 Tabor player, so not good odds. Bethany picks it off, comes right back on attack, counter-attack. Gets the ball up the far side. Joseph on defense. Ball's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a Tabor throw. Throw in on the far side, stepped in front by Bethany, knocked out of bounds. We'll try it again. Ball being knocked around on the far side. Another foul called on Tabor. Free kick again for Bethany. Tabor unable to mount any kind of attack. They had one really good shot, or really good chance to score, shot on goal early on, and haven't really done anything since. Have a lot of trouble in midfield getting anything past the midfield area. Tabor defense knocks the ball away from Bethany. Now Rojas has it out wide on the near side. Back to Simpson. Tabor trying to mount an attack from the back row. Just unable to do anything once they get past midfield. It just seems like everything stalls out. They'll try again. Armand now midfield. Kicks long looking for Yoakum. Yoakum's pressing in the middle. Now Rojas picks it off. Trying to get through a couple Bethany players. Now back to Rojas from Yoakum. Now shot and picked up easily by the Bethany keeper. Looked like Rojas' shot went off her shin. Punt goes out of bounds. Tabor throw on the far side. Clock winding down. 29 minutes. Tabor now switches fields. Carmona Wallace up to Garrison. Now Garrison midfield to Olivares. Olivares has really good feet. Looks around for someone. Yoakum gets it. Now back to Garrison. Garrison kicks long. I think it's a little too long. Goalie comes out and is able to pick the ball up easily. Armand making a run. Just a little bit too much on that one. Punt goes out all the way to Joseph. High bounce. Joseph unable to control it on the bounce. Now gets it away from a Bethany defender now. Armand loses it to Bethany. Now back to Yoakum. Now back to Armand. So a little kicking back and forth there between the junior and senior. Now it goes all the way to the back row to Simpson, out to Rojas. Rojas trying to get it to Yoakum, unable to. We got a whistle. Can't really tell you what happened there. Rojas falls down, referee blows the whistle. So it could have been that she was trying to play the ball while seated. Free kick by Bethany. Long ball goes all the way to the keeper. Able to come out and pick it up easily. Good idea, just a little too much on that one too. So when playing on this turf like this, when that ball hits, it really skips. This turf now is 10 years old. As of this year, set to be replaced this coming summer. Free kick for Tabor, gets it to Garrison in the middle, now to Oliveris. Oliveris with someone right on her, drops it to Armand. Now Armand kicks it to Yoakum. Yoakum's running on the ball, brought down from behind, and the keeper comes out and picks it up easily. Yoakum looking for a call, gets nothing. And she's not up off the ground yet. Bethany now on a counterattack. Tabor playing down one basically with Armand, or with Yoakum still trying to get back into the play. Ball's kicked out of bounds. It appeared by Bethany on purpose to check on the injury of the player that's down. So I'm guessing Tabor will kick it back towards Bethany, and they do. And we'll reset. Bethany now with control on the back line, reverses field to the near side. Now looks up longer down the sideline, kicked over the head. Simpson able to control it, but can't keep it in bounds. Ball was bouncing on her a little high off that turf, and she couldn't get it under control. Now steps in front, trying to get it back to Rojas. Picked off by 17. Mitchell for the Swedes. Now Bethany with control in midfield. Garrison steps in front. Drops it off to Simpson. Now Simpson back to Yoakum, who's back up and looks like she's no worse for the wear. Now midfield, Armand to Oliveris. Oliveris to Monroy, making a little push up. Now the ball goes out wide to Cubbin. Miscommunication there between Monroy and Cubbin. Cubbin was making a run upfield, and Monroy passed it backwards. Passed it out to the side instead of upfield. So now Bethany with control on the far side. Tries to get it up to the forward line. Kicked away by Tabor. Now Bethany's back in control. Looks out wide, but Simpson's right there. Tabor doing a good job of filling in behind each other on defense. Now we got a call by the official in the middle. Tabor sets up a wall, and Miss Yoakum is giving the 2 cents about the call that didn't happen when she went down in the box. Courtney, a senior and a captain, is able to talk to the officials to some degree. Ball sails over the goal post for Bethany. Tabor goal kick by Fines. Armand looks for a flick on, gets a little bit too much of a head on that, and Bethany controls now. Knocked away by Tabor, controlled again by Bethany. So Bethany having the majority of the control of the midfield. Mitchell now in the middle with the ball. Knocked away by Armand. Armand bringing it up Passes off to Oliveras. Oliveras has someone coming on. Now back to Armand, and she runs into two Bethany players, and there is a foul called. So it'll be probably Yoakum or Armand taking this shot. Oh. So it does look like it's Oliveras and Yoakum set up here. Ball was tapped forward by Oliveras, just a little bit too far for Yoakum to reach out and get. Bethany came on and knocked it away. Now ball's, once again, Bethany player knocks Yoakum down, and they'll set it up and try it again. Previous kick was indirect. This is a direct kick. Goes wide of the goal. Bethany now will have a goal kick. Substitution for Bethany, number 6, Lauren McLeod. Freshman from Long Beach, California, comes in to play midfield for Kestel Heinold, number 3. First substitution of the game for either team. Ball sails over everybody on the goal kick. Simpson comes up with it on the sideline. It's a throw for Tabor. Take that back. It's a kick for Tabor. Simpson to Yoakum to Armand. Now Garrison controlling in midfield. Gets by one defender, gets it off to Armand. Armand looks long for Cubbin. Cubbin might be able to run this one down. Kicked off of a Bethany defender out of bounds. And it'll be a throw in for Tabor. Joseph on the far side will throw in. Cubbin in the corner. Looks for Armand. Flicked out. Garrison comes on. Takes a shot. Sails over everything. Good idea, but you got to figure out a way to keep it lower. Bethany now gets it out of harm's way. Garrison at midfield. Knocked down at midfield, and Bethany controls. Now a long ball towards the forward line. Simpson gets in the way. Araceli Wallace-Carmona comes over to knock it out of bounds. Let the defense get back and regroup. So once again, Tabor defenders stepping in behind each other to support each other on defense, keeping the ball out of harm's way. Rojas now knocks it out of bounds for Tabor. Throw in Bethany. Monroy comes up with it, gets it to Armand. Now Armand looking, gets it back to Monroy. Monroy, nice pass to Yoakum in the middle. Yoakum couldn't control it. Bethany takes over just about at midfield. So good idea just to control that one pass. Now Bethany comes back, gets the ball out to the wing on this side. Forward looking for somewhere to go. And we'll have a corner. Once again, corners, one of the most dangerous scoring opportunities in soccer, and now Bethany has another chance from this near corner. It'll be an outswinger instead of an in-swinger. Well, we got a left-footed kicker, so it will be an in-swinger. Very dangerous play. Header came on. I don't remember who it was. Couldn't tell for sure if that was Mitchell. But a super play there. Got her head on the ball. I think it was number 6, actually. McLeod, who'd come in the game, and looked like her head got on the ball and with some force. Unfortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, fortunately for Tabor, it went sailing over the goalpost. Bethany controls the goal kick now in midfield. A little give and go inside. Tabor now with Armand dropping back a little bit. Gets the control of the ball off to Yoakum. Now Yoakum gets the ball out wide to Rojas. Rojas looking down the line. Looking for Oliveras for a second, but couldn't find her. Now it's kicked out of bounds. Or no, Bethany controls. Now it's kicked out of bounds. Be a throw in for Tabor. Subs coming in for Tabor. Number 3, Macy Dara. Freshman midfielder from Wichita, Kansas. And number 12, Rachel Bennett. Freshman forward for Tabor College. And she is out of Canyon Lake, Texas. Tabor now with control with Garrison in midfield. Kicks out wide, but not to White Shirt. Does now get it out wide and goes out of bounds. Looking for Simpson. Bethany with the throw on this near side. Macy Dara gets control. Back to Simpson, now up to Rojas. Rojas steals it back after losing it. Now Bethany gets it back. Now Tabor gets it back. So now it's just playing a little give the ball here and there, back and forth, almost like pinball right now. Garrison gets control, looking for somewhere to go. Foul called, free kick Tabor. Ball's up the sideline to nobody in particular. Goes out of bounds, throw in Bethany. Oliveras comes over and tries to control the ball. Knocked out of bounds. I believe it's a Bethany throw. Araceli looking for a pass up the field. Now ball's kicked long. I'm not sure they'll be able to run it down. It goes out. It'll be a goal kick for Tabor. Clock running down. We're now down to just under 16 minutes. Still 0-0. In this soccer match between 3 and 4 Bethany in the conference and 5 and 2 Tabor in the conference. Goal kick by Ruby, controlled by Bethany. Monroy comes in and steals it. Armand has it now in midfield, or getting closer to midfield anyway, bringing it up. Loses it back to Bethany, but now it looks like Tabor with Rojas will control it. Off to Dara. Dara fights for the ball, stays with it. Now looks back to Rojas, so good job by Dara to make that play. Now Monroy gets it off to Armand. Armand looking to go somewhere with it. Gets it out wide to Joseph. Joseph out wide to I believe Rachel Bennett. Now the ball's kicked up long and goes out. It'll be Bethany throw. Tabor doing a pretty good job there of making a couple passes, working a little triangle, and just unable to make anything happen. Number 13 for Bethany checks in. Courtney Tate, freshman midfielder from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, comes in for number 5. Stacy Barron. Armand now trying to get control. Falls down. It'll be a foul called. Tabor kick. Tabor with a free kick. Wallace Carmona waiting for her teammates to get set up. Ball's kicked long and towards the goal. Headed out by Bethany. Number 13, who just came into the game with fresh legs, able to control that. Now Darrow giving 24 in the middle. from Bethany. McBride some fits, but Bethany holds onto the ball. Now long ball. Monroy gets it out wide, but Bethany is able to control it again. Simpson now picks off the long cross. Bethany controls, but kicks out of bounds. Tabor throw on this near side. So Bethany had some really good chances to score earlier in the game, early in this contest. Tabor had one or two opportunities. One really good one early. Nothing really since. Bennett now on the far side, coming up the field, looking to get past her defender. Kicks it just a little too far in front of her, and it goes out of bounds just by a few inches. Goal kick, Bethany. Good idea by Rachel. Substitution now for Tabor. Number 27, Reina Soltero comes in for Danny Rojas. Same playing on this outside mid position and gets the chance to head the ball right away. Gets it to Oliveras. Oliveras gets it to Armand. Armand with a shot on goal right at the keeper. Keeper able to come up with it quite easily. Destiny Wells, junior from San Diego, California, gets it off to her teammate. Now Bethany bringing the ball back upfield. Garrison called for the foul at midfield. Bethany's got a free kick now. Ball's kicked in towards the goal. Nice job by Wallace Carmona to get her head on it, and you can almost count on that every time. It seems like that's just kind of what she does. Long kick by Bennett out wide to Soltero. Soltero running it down, and two players fall to the ground. Ball goes over the end line. So far we have no call. I believe we might have had a call. Maybe not. So Armand over the ball for a direct kick. We'll see if she goes for the cross here, if she goes direct for the goal. Three-person wall set up by the Swedes. Referee taking his time. We'll see what kind of set play Tabor has here. Goes directly for the goal, kicks it long, or kicks it high. Good kick by Hannah Armand, just goes a little high. Brianna Simpson comes to midfield to check in for the Blue Jays. While Bethany has a goal kick. Oliveras gets control for a second. Now back to Bethany. Bethany unable to control it, kicks it out of bounds, and we're down to less than 10 minutes now in this first half. Still 0-0. Simpson now comes in for the Blue Jays. Hannah Armand gets a break. Brianna Simpson, number 14, a sophomore midfielder from Timnath, Colorado. Garrison has control of the ball at midfield. Gets it past one, off to Dara. Dara now off wide to Simpson. Simpson looks down the line for Soltero. Back to Dara now. Dara looking in the middle of the field for Garrison. Garrison looking for a pass out square to Monroy. Now Monroy has a defender coming right on her back. Gets it to Bennett. Monroy makes a run long. Now has to pull up short. Simpson looks for a through ball. Unable to get it through. Dara comes up with it. Now Simpson again looks for a through ball. Still nowhere to go with that. I mean, it still doesn't get through. Now Bethany gets it on this near side with Simpson coming in and picking it off. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw for Bethany. Good job by Simpson to get back on defense quickly. Just unable to get the ball back upfield. Throw by Bethany. Number 6, McLeod, going down the side, gets it crossed in the middle. Knocked out by Joseph. Now Araceli Wallace. Carmona with a nice play there to kick the ball out of harm's way. Bethany coming right back, but loses the ball out of bounds. Simpson with the throw on this near side. Throw into Oliveris. Oliveris looking far to the middle of the field to Bennett, who had snuck over to the middle of the field. Now Bennett takes off. Pulls up now, gets it out wide to Joseph. Joseph looking to get past her defender, does. Gets it down the line, and it's called out of bounds. Just off the outside the line, Bethany throw. Now Bennett steps in front. Looks for something down the line. It's going to run across the end line. Goal kick for Bethany. Once again, a lot of substitutions for Tabor College women, and no drop-off in play at all. The freshmen and the players coming in off the bench come in ready to play and ready to go, and it's almost like there's been a surge here in the last few minutes on offense for the Blue Jays. Nothing's come out of it yet, but at least there's been some shots. Ball headed by Simpson back towards the goal after the goal kick. Tabor trying to keep Bethany down in their end of the field. Unable to do so. Bethany gets the ball out wide, brings it up the side, knocked out of bounds by Garrison. Bethany throw on the far side. Just about at the 5-minute mark in this first half. No score by either team. Araceli comes in and picks off the ball and then winds up for a kick. Bethany player steps in front. Dangerous play, I believe, would have been the call. And now Bethany will have a chance for a direct kick here. It could be pretty, if they keep it low enough, it could be a dangerous place for our goalie, number 1, Fines. Fines does come over and picks it off. Looked like the shot might have been on goal, or might have been at least right on the bar, if nothing else. Ball's quickly out to Rachel Bennett, who brings it up the side, gets it off to Oliveris. Knocked away by Bethany defender. Bethany coming back now. Oliveris hustles back, knocks it away, and gets it to Darrow at midfield. Darrow now dropping it to Simpson. Simpson looks long. And now Darrow picks off the pass that was knocked away by the defense. Through ball to Bennett. Keeper comes out, picks it up. Tabor's got some good ideas and trying to work some through passes. Just unable to get it right to the foot of the forward. Long punt by Bethany, able to get control of it for a second now, off to Reina Saltero. She drops it back, but Bethany steps in front. Now McLeod coming up, kicks it long towards the keeper. She punches it away. Ball's knocked right back towards the goal, and it goes wide left, and Tabor will have a goal kick. Number 11, Jackie Hurtado, freshman midfielder from Duarte, California, now checks in for Garrison in the midfield.
Substitution number 11, Jackie Hurtado.
Goal kick controlled by Simpson. Brianna Simpson in the midfield. Gets it out wide to Bennett. Now back to Hurtado. Hurtado gets it to Dara. Now Dara looking to get it down to Simpson in the midfield. Had it to her for a second, then she lost control and it got away from her. Now Bethany mounting attack from the back line. Try to get the ball up the line. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw for Tabor. Throw into Oliveris. Oliveris kicks it on towards Dara. Dara went more toward the Bethany defender. Header out of bounds by Wallace Carmona. Bethany quickly throws it in. Looking down the line again. Simpson there on defense. Bethany kicks it back. Now looking for a long cross. Gets it into the midfield, but Wallace Carmona knocks it away. Saltero picks it up on this near side. Gets it to Oliveris. Back to Saltero, but she could not control it. Looks like she's got some injury. Now Oliveris gets it to Dara. Dara unable to control in midfield. Bethany gets it back. Wallace Carmona knocks it away again to Dara. Dara now gets it to Hurtado. Now Hurtado looking for Bennett up the side. Finds her. She brings it towards the midfield. Gets it back to Oliveris. And now Oliveris looking out wide to Dara. Miscommunication there. I think Dara was making a run and Hurtado was looking for a square ball. Another substitution for the Blue Jays. Number 15, Taylor Drake, sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas, comes in on this near midfield. Gets it to Hurtado. Hurtado kicks it long down the sideline. Bethany controls. Kicks it right back up the sideline. Saltero goes out, still being looked at by the trainer now. Bethany now has a good opportunity here, but Tabor's defense comes up and snuffs that out. Simpson tries to get the ball out wide, is knocked down. There'll be a foul called. As that clock just keeps running down, we're down to 15 seconds now in this first half. Another injury by this time Bethany Swede. We're down to the last few seconds now in this contest. We'll go into halftime at 0-0 here in Hillsborough, Kansas at Reimer Field. A beautiful night out here. Beautiful day with all the rain we've had. The 7 inches of rain and a couple inches of snow we had the other day. Couldn't ask for a better day to play soccer. Once again, 0-0 here at halftime between the Tabor College Blue Jays and the Bethany College Swedes. We'll be back in 15. Welcome back to Hillsborough, Kansas and Tabor College. We're out here at Reimer Field, 0-0 at halftime. The Tabor College women and the Bethany College women all knotted up 0-0. Two teams both had a couple chances in that first half, but neither one able to convert. Bethany had a great chance with the ball bouncing around in front of the goal mouth for a few seconds, and nobody able to get a solid enough foot on that to get it in the goal. Team switching sides now. Bethany Swedes kickoff. They will be going from south to north, as the Tabor College women will be going from north to south. Flag is not moving, so there shouldn't be any advantage one way or the other. Simpson now picks the ball off on the far side, gets it to Rojas, from Rojas to Armand. Armand now loses it, but Garrison gets it back for Tabor, gets it up to Oliveris. Oliveris in the midfield, finds Armand. Armand kicks it long. Keeper comes out, able to pick the ball up. So good idea there by Armand. Trying to work the ball up to Cubbin. A little bit too much on her kick. A little drop back. Tabor trying to work that to perfection, and it has worked to perfection at times, but not so far today. Ball's back to the back row now from Garrison up to Monroy. Monroy making a little run from the back row. Now Oliveris gets it to Armand in the middle. Armand now back to Monroe. Monroe looking for Yoakum. Unable to find her. This time Armand puts a little more touch on it. Gets it to Cubbin. Cubbin unable to stop it from... She had it on her foot for a second, but then toe poked it out of bounds. Over the inline, goal kick Bethany. Starting lineup in the second half for Tabor. The back row looks the same for Tabor. Monroy, outside defender, along with Araceli, Wallace Carmona, Allie Simpson, and Kayla Joseph. Darian Garrison, Danny Rojas, Allie Cubbin, Hannah Armand, and Courtney Yoakum in the middle, and then Alexis Oliveris up front by herself. Ball's knocked out of bounds on this near side. It's Tabor's throw. Bethany in control at midfield, now knocked away by Armand. Oliveris comes up with it, kicks it back towards Joseph. Joseph to Armand. Now Armand flicks it over to Garrison. Garrison to Yoakum. Yoakum to Rojas. Back to Yoakum. Tabor making a little bit of a run here. Yoakum now kicks the ball up towards the goal. I don't know if that was a pass or a kick. I couldn't quite tell. Or caught herself in between, not knowing if she wanted to blast one or pass one. Bethany now on this near side, brings the ball up the sideline. Cubbin coming back, applying pressure. Joseph now picks it off. Controlled by Bethany. A little overlap by Bethany. College women now get it back towards the sideline, now kick towards the middle. Simpson not able to hit it away for a second. Bethany gets back on it. Long ball, a through ball, goes over the inline. Goal kick upcoming for Tabor College. Looking for Armand. Picked off by Bethany, now back to Yoakum. Yoakum gets the ball back over to looking for Armand, but can't get it to her now. Joseph gets it up to Cubbin. Cubbin now looking down the line. Looking to generate something down the line. Toe pokes it forward. Bethany knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw for Tabor. Throw in from Rojas towards her teammate. Knocked away by Bethany. Now Monroy gets it to Yoakum in the midfield. Yoakum drops it back to Monroe, who gets it over to Oliveris. Simpson looking to head the ball towards the goal. It flicks off the back of her head. Now a 2-on-3 run by Bethany. Ball's kicked right off the goalie's fingertips. Hits the football goal post. It'll be a corner kick for Bethany College. So definitely, Bethany definitely winning in the corner kick battle. I don't believe Tabor College had a corner kick in that first half. If they did, it was one, potentially. I can't remember any right off the top of my head. Bethany with several opportunities to score from the corner off a set play. And here's another one, left-footed kicker from the corner. Kicks the ball in, and it's headed away by Bethany College over the goal. Tabor will now have a goal kick. Gets it out wide to Joseph. Joseph looking up the line. Unable to get it to her teammate. Now gets it off to Armand. Now Armand finds Cubbin up the line. Cubbin looking for somewhere to go. Gets 2-on-1. Gets knocked away by Bethany. Now Bethany gets it towards the middle. Garrison has it now under control from Wallace. Now Wallace out wide to Simpson. Simpson to Rojas. Rojas on the side. Goes out of bounds. Bethany throw. Quickly gets the ball in. Drop it back, and then a long ball towards the middle. Nobody able to get their foot on that. Cubbin knocks it back. Foul by Bethany. Tabor free kick. Armand over the ball. Now let's Wallace come in. Wallace to Garrison at midfield. Off to Yoakum. Tried to go back to Garrison. Bethany picks it off. And Wallace then steps in front of that pass. Or Monroy steps in front of the pass, tries to get it out. Bethany gains control of it. Now it goes out wide. It'll be a Bethany throw out wide. Throwing in the corner. Simpson comes out, puts some pressure on. Bethany gets ahead on that ball, goes sailing over the goalpost. Over the crossbar by a long ways, and good opportunity there again by Bethany, but couldn't quite get the top of her head on that, or the forehead on that ball. Bounced more off the top. Sails over. Goal kick, Tabor. Rubian finds with a nice goal kick. Out to midfield. Controlled by Bethany. Tabor trying to get the ball back. Yoakum putting pressure on. Bethany drops it back, and now Monroy comes up, picks it off, gets it to Rojas. Rojas in midfield has plenty of room. Tabor doing a good job of spreading out here. Ball's up to Cubbin. Cubbin looking for some room down the sideline and has some. Good defense there by the Swedes. Number 32, Pearl Navarro. Great job on defense, then trying to get the ball back upfield. Loses it. Yoakum on the sideline tries to get the ball. Tries to turn and go up the field. Ball trickles out of bounds. Now Bethany controls. Joseph off to Garrison. Now Bethany under control again at midfield. Looks for a long ball. Joseph knocks it away. Tabor's got the ball at midfield. Yoakum to Rojas. Rojas now bringing the ball upfield. Pressure on her back. Gets it back off to Armand. Good job by Rojas. Moving the ball towards the goal. Now Armand has the ball. Kicks it towards the goal. Unable to find it on the goal. Goes wide right. Good idea by Armand. Just not enough of her foot on that one. Goal kick by Bethany. Yoakum fighting for the ball at midfield. Picked up by Garrison. Garrison gets the ball out wide to Cubbin. Ball's going to run outside the boundaries. We'll have a Bethany throw. Ten minutes going in this second half already. Still no score between the Bethany Swedes and the Tabor College Blue Jays. Garrison knocks the ball away. Courtney Yoakum gets it to Oliveris. Yoakum looking to wind up, drops it for Rojas. Rojas wasn't ready for it. Bethany picks it off. So good idea by Yoakum. Just with Rojas not expecting that, wasn't able to pick it up. It would have been a great opportunity for her to get a goal. Bethany comes back quick. Shot and off the back of a Tabor player. Now Tabor coming back on a counterattack. Yoakum to Oliveris. Oliveris off to Cubbin. Cubbin loses it to Bethany, and now Bethany comes back on their counter. So each team kind of trading punches right here at midfield. Out wide now. Bethany's coming on strong from the back position. Keeps it in bounds. Cross by Bethany, picked off by Monroy. Long shot by Bethany goes wide. Could have been a little ambitious on that one. Pretty far out. But if you get one that sails and it gets sails over the goalie and underneath the crossbar, you got a goal. Simpson now on the sideline, brings it towards the middle. Ball's knocked away by Bethany to Monroy. Now Monroy back to Garrison. Garrison back to Monroy. Now Monroy off to Cubbin. Cubbin to Armand. Armand up to Oliveris. And Oliveris back to Armand. Now Armand up the side to Cubbin. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Tabor throw. Good sequence of passes there by Tabor College. Gets the ball way up the field. And Joseph now will throw the ball in on this near side. Ball knocked away by Bethany. Tabor will do it again. Joseph with a throw. Tries to get down the line. Does. Gets it to Armand. Armand crosses. Nobody there for Tabor. Goalie picks it up easily. Nice job by Hannah Armand to get the ball into a dangerous spot, but nobody from Tabor able to get there soon enough. Ball picked up by the keeper. Punted out. Garrison picks it up. Tries to get it to Rojas. Now gets it back to Yoakum. Yoakum off to Armand. Armand looking. Bethany's defense backing up. Oliveris now had it for a second. Knocked away by Bethany. Joseph picks it up. Goes down the line. Knocked away by Bethany. Joseph with the throw. Oliveris trying to flick it over her head with her foot. Ball goes off of her and out of bounds. Now Tabor picks the ball up in midfield off a deflection. Foul called. Earl Navarro with the kick for Bethany. Off of Armand, off to Oliveris. Oliveris now with lots of room in front of her, but she drops it back to Yoakum. Yoakum off to Rojas. Now Rojas back to Monroy. Monroy loses it at midfield. Now gets it back. Off to Rojas again. Rojas to Yoakum. Courtney brings it up. Off to Armand. Armand surveys the field. A lot of black shirts back. She pulls it back and then drops it off to space. Long ball kicked up to Bethany forward. Only one person up there in a black shirt for Bethany. 3 or 4 back for Tabor. Simpson knocks it out of bounds and lets her teammates catch up. Under 30 minutes left in this second half. Still 0-0 here at Reimer Field at Hillsboro, Kansas, home of Tabor College. Homecoming week here at Tabor College. If you haven't made any plans to come out this weekend for homecoming, lots of activities on campus. Bethany now controls the ball, moving forward towards Tabor's goal. Tabor's defense backing up now. Rojas makes the play. Yoakum picks up the loose ball. Now it's kicked away, and Bethany will control at midfield. Kicks it out to this near side. So both teams looking good at times, and then other times not looking so good. Just depends on one play to the next. It varies. A few good passes are made, and then all of a sudden the other team collects the ball. Tabor now on a counterattack. Rojas with the ball, looking to make something happen. Looks for Oliveris and kicked too far away from her. Bethany picks it up, but now Monroy steps in, gets it off to Oliveris. Oliveris is waiting for the ball, but stepped in front. Bethany defender steps in front. That's one thing as a forward. If you wait for the ball to come to you, the defense will step in front most of the time. Ball knocked out wide by Bethany. Simpson lets it roll. Throw in for Tabor. Substitution for the Blue Jays. Number 12, Rachel Bennett. Freshman comes in for Allie Cubbin, freshman. So freshman for freshman. Bennett from Canyon Lake, Texas. Cubbin from Greeley, Colorado. Ball on the far side of the field. Player goes down. It looks like it'll be a free kick for Tabor. Monroy gets it from Araceli. Now Araceli will bring it up and kick it out to Yoakum. Yoakum now, nice trap, gets it out to Rojas. Rojas looking for a cross across the field, doesn't quite make it. Bethany picks it off, but now Bennett drops back and picks off the square ball. Monroy now gets it out wide to Joseph. Joseph to Bennett on this near side. Bennett drops it back again. And Monroy will look for something else. Switch fields. Now Simpson has it, brings it up for Tabor. Gets it, looks for Rojas, kicked out of bounds. Tabor doing a good job of switching fields. Just didn't happen quick enough. Bethany will throw again. kicked out of bounds by Bethany on the far side. It looks like it'll be a Tabor throw clear in the corner. So Tabor needs to get the ball out of their corner. Simpson throws the ball up the line. Garrison knocks the ball long. Good job of getting it out of trouble. Bethany's back line picks it up easily and now comes back the other way. Garrison again steps in front. This time she'll bring the ball up and get it over to Bennett. Bennett has trouble controlling it, now has it in the middle. Back to Garrison. Picked off by Bethany. Long ball by Bethany. Araceli steps in front. Ball runs out of bounds. It'll be a corner for Bethany. Pearl Navarro in the corner with the kick. Nice cross. Head by Armand. Now swatted back in by Tabor. Goalie comes out. Call is made. Goal kick for Bethany. So Ruby Ann Fines came out to knock the ball away. It was headed back in towards the goal by a Bethany player, and then keeper came out again. Goal kick sails over Tabor's head, gets it towards Bethany's player. Bethany now controls at midfield. Long ball up front. Monroe gets her head on it, now brings it upfield. Gets it out wide to Rojas. Rojas surveying the field. Gets it to Yoakum in the middle. Now Yoakum turns and goes. Looks for a through ball to Bennett. Knocked away by a Bethany defender. Bethany mounting a counterattack here up the sideline. Now takes it towards the middle. Oliveris comes back from her forward position and picks it off. Now there's a foul called. Bethany will get a free kick now. Navarro, who takes all the left-footed crosses over the ball, kicks it long, headed away by Garrison. Now knocked away. Rojas comes up with it. Rojas looking up long for Oliveris. Just misses her. Now the ball gets through to a Bethany player. Knocked down by Rojas. Rojas not that big, 5'2", but she was still able to knock the Bethany player over. Direct kick by Bethany, gets towards the goal, sails wide, nobody could get a head on it. Put it about where you needed to. Now we got a substitution for Tabor College. Jackie Hurtado, number 11, freshman from Duarte, California. 5'2" midfielder comes in for Garrison. Goal kick by Ruby Ann Fines. Flicked on by Yoakum. Oliveris unable to get control of it. Pressuring Navarro. Now Navarro kicks it back to Young. Young across field. Switch fields by the Swedes. Now they bring it up from the far side. Rojas on the defense. Now flag goes up. Foul called on Tabor. Be a free kick for the Swedes again. Whistle blows the play dead before it ever got started. Goalie will now kick it out wide to Simpson. Simpson brings it upfield. Gets it off to Yoakum now. Yoakum to Hurtado now. Back to Yoakum, who goes to Armand, and now another foul called on the Swedes this time. Free kick by Wallace Carmona now coming about the 35-yard line for the Blue Jays. Crosses field with it to Monroy. Monroy now looking down the line. Goes out wide to Joseph. Too far wide. Ball goes over the end line. Or the sideline, excuse me. Navarro with the throw. Now Armand comes up with it. Gets it off to Oliveras. Oliveras goes across field to Rojas. Now Rojas goes back to Oliveras. Oliveras gets it out to Yoakum. Now Yoakum looking upfield. Gets it to Bennett. Bennett cut off by the Bethany defender. Couldn't get a foot on it and keep it in bounds. Free kick by Bethany. Foul must have been called down the corner. Bethany gets it out wide now. Switch fields. Tabor defenders trying to play catch up now and get the ball back. Another switch field again. Bethany unable to control that ball. Like I said, when you get that ball, some momentum behind that ball, a hard kick, it's tough to keep that in bounds sometimes if it's not right on your foot. Under 20 minutes to play now for this game. Still no score. Both teams having trouble mounting any kind of an attack. Macy Dara, freshman from Wichita, Kansas, comes in for Courtney Yoakum, who will take a break. Hurtado now drops the ball back to Joseph. Joseph finds Dara. Dara traps, gets it out wide to Bennett. Bennett drops the ball back all the way to the back line to Monroy. Monroy crosses to Wallace, and then Wallace to Simpson. Simpson says, let's go back the other way. Wallace Carmona now bringing it up, gets it to Hurtado at midfield. Hurtado out wide to Joseph. Joseph with a little too strong a touch, but Tabor gets it back to Dara. Dara now off to Armand, to Hurtado. Tabor doing a good job of controlling the ball right now. Now gets it out wide again to Joseph. Now Joseph back to Hurtado. Hurtado turns, nowhere to go. Drops it back to Joseph. Now Joseph brings it up, gets it to Dara. Now Dara turns. Finds Armand in midfield. Armand kicks a through ball to Rojas. Defender from Bethany comes and knocks it out wide over the sideline. Good job by Tabor College. Passing the ball there. Young from Fort Worth, Texas, knocking that ball out of bounds. Throw in for Tabor. Knocked away by Bethany. Now Hurtado at midfield gets pushed a little bit too hard in the back. They'll call a foul there, and Tabor has the ball at midfield on a free kick. Ball's knocked in towards the goal. Armand flicks it over. Now the ball's knocked away by Bethany. Bethany now has control. Navarro, long kick up to midfield. Hurtado controls it on a nice trap. Kicks it out wide to Bennett. Bennett now takes it towards the middle and drops it back to Wallace Carmona. Wallace Carmona now brings it up, passes it off to Darrow, back to Wallace Carmona. A spin in the middle of the field. Bethany picks it up. Hurtado now in the midfield, passes off to Darrow, trapped by Darrow. Gets it to Oliveras. Now Oliveras Gets it back over to Rojas on the far side. Rojas looking up the sideline, brings it towards the middle. Knocked off the ball. Ball goes clear across to Joseph. Now Joseph can't control the trap. And Young for Bethany knocks it forward. Monroy there. Good job by Simpson to get it back up to Armand for Tabor. Square ball to Joseph. Joseph to Bennett, except off the mark. Navarro picks it up for Bethany. Wallace now with the long kick up, which is picked off by Navarro. Now Bennett knocks it away, and then Dara picks it up, gets it to Hurtado. Hurtado has space. She'll bring it to the midfield. Kicks it out wide to Rojas. So both teams can get it to about the 20-yard line, then it seems like everything kind of stalls. Little give and go right there. Armand trying to get it up to Tabor College. Looked like Dara knocked down just outside the 10-yard line and as far as football lines go, so about 20 yards out from the goal. It'll be a free kick for Tabor College. Looks like Rojas is over the ball potentially. Kicks towards the goal, high and long. No, it was not Rojas. I think it was Oliveras that was over the ball on that kick. Goal kick for the Swedes. Flicked on by Tabor. Joseph runs on to the ball. Now Bethany picks it up. Has the ball on this near side in the corner. Wallace kicking the ball out of harm's way once again. Wallace in the right spot. Now Rojas knocks the ball out of bounds. Throw in for the Swedes. Both schools are traditionally blue and gold, Tabor in all white, and what appears to be Bethany in all black. Tabor now with a goal kick. Headed by Bethany, but controlled by Hurtado. Now Hurtado off to Rojas. Rojas looking for somewhere to go. Gets it off to Armand. Armand now kicks it. Stays with it. Bethany player comes and knocks her off the ball. Gets the ball up towards her through ball for her teammate. Picked up easily by Ruby Ann Fines coming out of the goal. Now with the punt. Coming out to midfield. Bennett lets it go, now tracks it down. Once again, Kylie Young from Fort Worth, Texas, comes in from behind and knocks the ball away. Substitutions again for Tabor. 21 Yoakum coming in for Oliveras up front. And Simpson coming in for Armand in the middle.
Also checking in for number 14, Brandon Simpson.
11 minutes and 20 seconds left in this contest. Still 0-0. Flick by Armand. Off to Yoakum. Now Bethany steps in front. Call made down the sideline. It'll be a Tabor throw. Ball must have crossed out of bounds at some point. Bennett with the throw. Long throw. Gets it in. And now Monroy comes from the back row to pick it up. Now Simpson picks it up. Looks for somebody. Goes out wide with it. Finds Rojas. Rojas makes a great move down the sideline. Now kicks it towards the middle, but miscommunication there between the two Tabor players. Now we get it back. Hurtado almost had it. Now it's Monroy again putting pressure on from the back row. So it just looked like a little miscommunication between two Tabor players on where they were going. Ball kicked up long down the sideline. Bethany now with control on the far side. Simpson now playing defense. Tries to cross the ball. And Tabor knocks it away out to Rojas. Rojas now gets it out to midfield. Picked off by Bethany again. Long ball by Bethany goes wide right. Good idea. Just a little wide. Be a Tabor goal kick. Reina Soltero comes in now for Rojas on the far side. Goal kick made. Soltero now on defense, on the ball. Knocks it away. And knocks it out. Be a throw in for the Swedes. Clock is winding down here. This could end up with some extra time. Crossed by the Swedes, knocked away. Now knocked back in, but offsides called and substitution. Garrison coming back in the game. She'll replace Hurtado. Goal kick by Tabor, controlled at midfield by Simpson. Simpson off to Garrison. Now Garrison tries to tap it to Yoakum. Yoakum gets it off to Simpson. Simpson off to Soltero and goes out of bounds. You're better off on this turf kicking it right at your teammate as opposed to trying to lead him. Sometimes you can lead him, but other times if you don't know where they're going or if you just need to kick it right to him, you're in better position. Just like that ball there to Bennett. Just led her a little too far. Monroe kicks the ball out of bounds to thwart the Bethany threat. Throw in Bethany. Good play there by Joseph. Now Bennett has the ball on the sideline. Drops it back to Joseph. Joseph looking for someone in the middle. Finds Garrison. Garrison finds Yoakum in the middle, who taps it over to Simpson. Simpson now loses it in the middle of the field. Yoakum putting pressure on. Gets it back for Tabor. Kicks it up to Soltero. Now Soltero looking for somewhere to go. Gets it back to Carmona Wallace, who now surveys the field and kicks it out wide here to Joseph on this near side. Joseph kicks it long up the sideline, but McLeod knocks her away from the ball and keeps her from getting back to it. Navarro now with the throw for the Swedes. Ball headed by Bennett. Foul called on Joseph. Coming over the back of McLeod. Free kick for the Swedes. 6:23 now left in this contest. Still 0-0. Neither team has really been able to get much of a shot on goal in this second half. Nice ball in by Navarro. Foul called on Simpson in a dangerous spot. "20 yards out. Direct kick by the Swedes. Goalie Ruby Ann Fine setting her wall. Three-person wall. Kick by Bethany. Knocked away by Ruby. Ruby at 5'4", skied as high as she could, knocked it away, and then still a chance for Bethany to get in there. Ball just barely out of the goal. Kicked out wide to Simpson. Simpson now with room, brings it up, gets it off to Soltero. Soltero drops it back to Simpson. Now Simpson kicks towards her goal to Wallace. Now over to Monroy. Monroy will have room now and bring it out. Out wide to Joseph. Joseph back to Monroy. Nice give and go. Monroy now tries to get it up to Bennett. Can't do it. Still gets on the ball and knocks it off a Bethany defender, but Bethany able to pick it up. And now they'll mount their attack from the back. Courtney Yoakum putting on pressure. Ball's up the sideline and goes out of bounds. We'll have a substitution for Tabor. Number 5, Hannah Armand, will come back in for Simpson. Brianna Simpson. Throw in for Tabor. Controlled by Bethany right now. Now Garrison steps in front. Gets it off to Yoakum. Yoakum off to Soltero down the sideline. She gets it past one, but defender comes over from backside, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Blue Jays. Simpson, Allie Simpson on the far side, throwing it down the line. Ball's knocked away by Bethany. Simpson able to get it to Garrison. Now Garrison has a little bit of space. Gets it up the line to Soltero. Soltero unable to run it down. Bethany kicks out of bounds. And we're down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So Tabor needs to make something happen out of this now. They've got the ball down in Bethany territory. Be a good time to do something. Throw in the corner, knocked away by Bethany. Now kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in again. Simpson on the throw. Flicked by Armand. Nobody there for Tabor. Picked up easily by the goalie. Bethany now bringing it back up the field. Knocked away by Yoakum. Bennett trying to get it back to Yoakum. Couldn't do it. Bethany picks it up. Long ball by Bethany, knocked away by Carmona Wallace. Throw in Bethany. Cross from the Swedes, now knocked out by Wallace Carmona. Stayed down. Araceli down on the ground for a little bit. Gets up, but comes up hobbling. Corner by the Swedes. Navarro goes over to take the corner. We're down to a minute 37. She's hit some really nice corners this game already and puts the ball right where she needs to. It's just a matter of a teammate getting their head on the ball and not hitting it over the goal. So Tabor's going to have to do a good job of coming out. Carmona Wallace usually gets ahead on these things, but that one there is flicked away by Armand, I believe. Bennett now chasing down the corner, knocks it out of bounds. Throw in for the Swedes. They come up throwing quickly, get it off, I believe, to Young. Cross back inside for the Swedes. Ball goes through out of bounds or over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Tabor. So it's looking more and more with 49 seconds left in this contest that we're going to extra time. Bethany controls. Now Garrison picks it up, gets it out wide to Yoakum. Yoakum goes a give and go with Armand. Gets the ball back. Now tries to kick it long. Gets it to Bennett in the middle. Kicked away by Bethany. Now Monroe working hard in the middle. Gets called for a handball, I believe. We're down to the last 10 seconds. Navarro coming up to set the ball and get the ball in play. Gets it up to Bethany. Dangerous spot. Our Wallace comes out and whiffs, and we are out of time.
Oh, I don't know how that one never went in the goal.
We'll go extra time now in this contest between the Bethany College Swedes and the Tabor College Blue Jays. All knotted up 0-0 here at the end of regulation. We'll go into extra time and golden goal. We'll be back here in 10 minutes. We're back here for the kickoff of the first overtime period. Tabor now will be going from the same direction they were going to end the game, still going north to south. Bethany steps in now and picks that ball off, gets it right in front of the goal to the keeper. Ruby Ann Fine's able to pick that up. Will punt as soon as her team gets out in position. Nice kick by Tabor. Now Alexis Oliveras putting some pressure on Reyna Soltero. Steps in front of that pass, picks the ball off. McLeod gets it back and gets it towards the goal. Once again, Ruby Ann Fine's having to come out and pick the ball up from her goal. And punts again. So nice long punt again. Goes sailing over everybody. Yoakum picks it up, gets it off to Garrison. Garrison now surveying, looks back to Yoakum. Yoakum now bringing upfield, looks for a through ball to Soltero. Unable to pick it up, she runs it down to the corner with Navarro knocking it out of bounds. Our first extra time period, golden goal. First team that scores wins. Throw in by Tabor. Runs over the end line. I think it'll be Tabor's first corner of the game. At least the first one I can remember for the Blue Jays. Swedes have had several chances from corners. Tabor now with their first corner of the game. Courtney Yoakum right-footed in the corner down here, getting ready to set to take this corner kick. Gets it in perfect position, knocked away by the goalie. Looked like Tabor had a chance to get on that. Now Tabor's going to get the ball back inside if they can. Ball doesn't get up in the air, and Bethany now picks it up and brings it up the far side. Monroy gets called for the foul or knocked out of bounds. The ball went over the sideline. I'm not sure. Looked like maybe a foul on that far side. Bethany with the free kick. Armand knocks it away to Oliveras. Oliveras with the trap back to Armand. Armand out wide to Joseph. Joseph beats one defender. Now two, but couldn't beat three and gets knocked away. Bethany picks it up on the sideline, knocked out by Oliveras. Navarro with the throw. Navarro to McLeod, tries to flick it over the top of Joseph. Joseph kicks it out of bounds. We'll throw again. Armand comes in, picks off that throw. Does a great job of hanging onto the ball. Kicks it back to Joseph. Joseph kicks it long out to the middle of the field. And now Bethany controls again with Navarro. Long kick towards the goal. Keeper comes out and has it easily. Pass by the keeper to midfield to Garrison. Garrison to Yoakum. Now Yoakum brings it up fast. Gets it out wide to Rojas. Rojas not quite fast enough to get to that ball. Good idea by Yoakum. Ball's out of bounds by the Swedes. Tabor will have a throw on the far side. Simpson throws it back to Wallace. Wallace gets it to Garrison in the midfield. Garrison now brings it forward, gets it off to Armand. Armand has a chance to shoot it. Takes a shot, doesn't get much on it. Easily picked up by the keeper. Joseph now comes up and puts a head on the ball, gets it off out wide, looking for Armand. Now Bethany looking for a counterattack. Monroy steps in front. Simpson now gets it up long to Oliveris at forward position. She drops it back to Garrison. Now Yoka makes her run. Knocked away by Bethany. Bethany picks it up and drops it back. Simpson now steals the ball away for the Blue Jays. Garrison has it midfield, gets it give and go with Armand. Now with Rojas, now kicks it out wide to Garrison. Garrison looking back for, now drop pass to Yoakum. Yoakum looking for a shot, can't quite get there in time. Bethany defense comes in and snuffs that out. Not exactly sure if that wasn't a corner right there, but official calling for a goal kick. Number 6, Allie Cubbin coming back into the game now at forward position for Reina Soltero. Goal kick by the Swedes, controlled by Garrison off her foot. The ball will go long, it looks like. Navarro letting it go all the way over the end line. Will do another goal kick. Long goal kick by the Swedes, picked up by Cubbin at midfield. Cubbin off to Yoakum. Yoakum now gets the ball knocked away, but Armand picks it up, gets it to Oliveris. Oliveris drops it back to Yoakum. Now Yoakum looking for a shot, gets a shot towards the goal, picked up by the keeper. Just not getting enough on their shots. Their legs are tired. 2:53 left in this first overtime period. Yoakum comes up hobbling a little bit. It's like she didn't get she maybe got some turf with that kick. Maybe hit it just a little bit fat. Tabor gets the ball back, drops it to their back line. Wallace Carmona has it back. She's going to get it out to Rojas on the far side. Rojas, a little give and go. Now Yoakum has it back in midfield now off to Rojas again. Rojas makes a spin move, midfield. Finds Armand down the sideline. Armand goes down. There was some kind of a call made. I don't know if it's just out of bounds and Tabor throw on the far side. Looks like Allie Simpson with the throw. Picked up by Yoakum. Yoakum now turning, looking towards the goal, kicks it out wide to Rojas. Rojas with nowhere to go. Gets it out wide to Simpson. Simpson now crossing the ball into towards Cubbin. Cubbin makes a run on the ball but couldn't get anything on it. Keeper picks it up easily. So Tabor making a little bit of a noise here, but still nobody able to really get anything, get a decent shot on goal. Joseph now picks the ball up. McLeod putting pressure on. Now McLeod drops it back. Ball is knocked out of bounds by number 34, who's had a really good game for the Swedes, Manitree. Tabor now to throw. Little give and go with Yoakum. Yoakum looking to do something here. Now Bethany picks it off. Joseph steps in front. Let the ball go past her, and Garrison comes in from behind, knocks it out. Throw for the Swedes. Drop back to Navarro. Navarro looking to get the ball upfield to McLeod. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a Tabor throw. Throw into Yoakum. Yoakum back to Monroy. Monroy now looking to switch fields to Simpson.
9,
We're down to the last 10 seconds of this first overtime.
5, 4,
And the ball's just going to bounce loose here until the clock runs out. We'll switch fields and we'll do it all over.
Seriously.
We'll do another 10 minutes. We'll be back here in 5. We're back here at the second extra period with the Tabor College women and the Bethany women, the Swedes from Lindsborg, Kansas, coming in here tonight with a 8-4-1 record, 3-4 in the conference. Tabor College women 6-6 overall, 5-2 in the conference. So a big game for both teams. Bethany looking to go 500 and Tabor looking to go to 6-2 on the evening. Neither team has put up any significant chances here lately. We haven't seen much lately, but anyway, we're going to try for another 10 minutes here and see what happens, and if not, we'll call it a tie. Tabor now moving to the different switching fields. Tabor going from south to north now in the white uniforms, Bethany in the black uniforms. Ball on the far side, Hannah Armand playing defense on the Bethany player now. Bethany controlling in midfield, switching fields. Looking for something, either team looking for anything to at least have a chance at a goal. Foul called on Danny Rojas. Ball's in towards the goal now. If another foul called on the Swedes, or a handball in the box, it'll be a goal kick for Tabor's goalie, Ruby Ann Fines. Kicks it out wide to Joseph. Joseph now bringing up the side, coming up the sideline, brings it towards the middle. Kicks it off to Armand. Armand turns, comes upfield, looks for Garrison. Now Garrison drops it back to Joseph. Joseph now kicks it long towards Cubbin. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Bethany. Armand on defense, putting pressure on. Now out wide. Bethany bringing the ball up wide. Overlap run by the Swedes. Ball kicked towards the goal, knocked out of bounds by Araceli Wallace-Carmona. Throw in for Bethany. Three minutes gone in this second extra time period. Throw in for the Swedes. McLeod on the ball. Tries to get it through. Now Armand kicks it out. Dara on the ball. Now Bethany controls, kicks it in back towards the goal, but a foul called. Long kick by Wallace-Carmona, gets it to midfield to Cubbin. Cubbin off to, I believe, Bennett in midfield. Bennett goes wide to Rojas. Bennett now drops back behind. Good play by Bennett. Now give and go from Bennett to Rojas. Bennett too much leg, and it just sails out of bounds. Good idea, just a little adrenaline pumping there. Throw in for the Swedes. Tabor hoping to keep Bethany down in this end. Bennett knocks the ball loose. Goes to Rojas. Rojas kicks the ball off of Bennett's face. Bennett barely got out of the way. Just almost got out of the way from that, but ball was pretty much hit right off her nose, it looked like. Another foul there called, and Tabor will have a free kick. Wallace-Carmona will come over for the kick. Ball's dropped back. Armand comes over to take the kick. Armand, Wallace-Carmona, Monroy, Garrison, Simpson. Armand now steps in front of the pass, tries to look for a through ball to Bennett, picked off by Bethany. Dara now picks it up, gets it off to Armand. Bethany picks it up, and now McLeod has it for Bethany, but Dara hustles back and knocks it out of bounds. Nice play by Macy Dara to jump in front of that before the ball could be passed by McLeod. Throw in for Bethany. Knocked out of bounds by McLeod. Tabor throw. It's a good job by Allie Simpson, just playing tough defense. Substitution, Yoakum coming back in. Bennett taking a seat. Ball's thrown into Wallace-Carmona. She switches fields to Monroy. Now Monroy brings it up quickly for Tabor. Tries to get it to Cubbin on the sideline. Bethany steps in front. Now Bethany mounting a counterattack. Coming down the sideline. Gets it past Tabor defender, but out of bounds. Simpson throws the ball backwards to Wallace-Carmona. Now back to Simpson. Now up to Garrison. Garrison looking for somewhere to go. Knocks it out wide to Joseph. Joseph now brings it up from the far side. Kicks the ball long to Cubbin. Could have something here. Cubbin can really run. Ball's knocked out of bounds by the Bethany defenders. Joseph now with the throw in on the far side of the field. Knocked back to Joseph. Now Joseph looks to the middle of the field, but there's some out of bounds, I believe, was called maybe, or a foul. I'm not sure. I think it's out of bounds. Throw in for Bethany. Just under 3 minutes to play now in this second extra time period. Armand picks it off, gets it to Yoakum. Now Yoakum turns, looks for a through ball to Dara. Doesn't go through, but Dara comes back and gets it, picks it up, looks for Yoakum. Now Yoakum picks it back up, tries to go around on the outside, being knocked off the ball, and she's still got control of it out there. Gets it back to Joseph. Joseph gets it in towards the middle. Dara with the foot on it. Now Armand. Armand gets it to Cubbin. Cubbin offsides. Long goal kick by the Swedes. Simpson now picks the ball up for Tabor. Bethany now steals it back, going down the sideline. Simpson on defense in the corner. Ball is kicked and knocked out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Swedes. They're setting up quickly with time running down. Minute 46 left in this second overtime. Navarro with her left foot running all the way over from the back row to take this corner. Bethany setting up in their traditional set. About 6 people inside the goalie box and come out as the ball's kicked. Ball's kicked right inside where it could be terribly dangerous. Picked up by the keeper. Now knocked out long by Tabor right away, and Yoakum unable to control for the Blue Jays. Now she gets it back. And a Bethany player fell down, but I didn't see the contact, but foul called nevertheless. But there must have been something there. Long ball kicked in by Bethany towards the Tabor goal, headed out by Wallace. Dara picks it up. Nobody on her, comes up field, now kicks it out wide to Rojas. Rojas looking down the line, the ball goes out of bounds. So time winding down, we're looking more and more at tie here. Now Bethany switches, people throwing the ball in, long throw down the sideline, flicked on to McLeod. McLeod now has it, goes past Garrison. Garrison trying to keep up with her. Now the ball's kicked in. Inside, Garrison wisely just kicks it out to waste the clock, and we are going to run down. The time is out, and we have got a 0-0 tie or a 0-0 if you're in the soccer world. And after 110 minutes of play, we end up with a tie. Tabor College will now move to 5-2-1 in the conference. Bethany Swedes will move to 3-4-1 in the conference. Don't go away. We've got the men's game coming up shortly.